Marogaro who's the Olympic was to
Next year.
I want to do Facebook was school on traveling.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, because Gela, I was very playful.
Yeah,
very playful.
Playful in a way, naughty.
No, not really naughty. Yeah, but naughty, but
okay.
Yeah, I've always loved people.
Yeah,
and I've always had a good relationship with my teachers. There's never been a time where Gilega disrespect a teacher.
Okay,
no, I've never been Motoya. I was just that guy in Joe. Playful. Yeah.
Okay.
So naughty.
So now, what sparked the interest? Now I wanna be fully in a way that I want to become a recording artist.
As many would say, especially in the music scene, Babang, it's the love of it. Babang, it's that passion. For me, it has been haunting me. For some time, I wanted to just create a career for myself, go to school, and have something like an 9 to 5.
Okay guys, welcome to Western Podcast with the twins. Today Renale, my brother, it's the first time it's related to music, but this one, Rashapa Eumi. The Holy Spirit, wow. Not a man of God, but not as a pastor, but as a musician or artist. My brother, welcome to Western Podcast.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
His name is Prince Vena. But get a chance introduce formally. My brother?
Thank you for having me, bro.
Sure.
Galina Prince Vena. Gets in a very small town, township, western area. So I'm a middle child. Already 5. So I have a sister that I come after who's late. So we are raised by a single mother. I am saved and born again child of God. That's basically that. Over and above, I love God.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we've been having chats before behind the scenes, and you can tell he is well grounded and all that. Prince Vena.
Yes.
Real name man.
Well, Prince Vena is the real name.
Is the real name?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also known as Bongani. Because of waiting was
So Bongani Prince Vena.
Yes.
Vena is fun or
it's funny summer. Yeah, because Mama and Papa were not married. So sitting here, my father came Meg. He's all the way from Gaborone.
Hey, okay.
So I took La Mama because get no
this thing. That's a good thing. No guys, Renale Prince Vena, also Ali Western area, as he said, a small town called Simunye.
Yes.
My brother, before getting into a career, your fans, but they don't know much about you that much. They see your music part of it.
Yes.
So about me, Prince in the guy.
Okay. Well, my childhood is just really not that interesting. Okay, I was born Redula go Begesta. So I stayed this side about 4 years, and then after that my mother took me to Eastern Cape. Then I stayed Go Eastern Cape for 2 years, and I came back at the age of 7 years.
Yeah.
And then and from then it has been Ntwaware, it's church, and that is how I was introduced to music. And I, not necessarily my parents. I've always had the love for this thing, and I did not know what I could sing. So at one time, so go Sunday school.
Yeah.
So now we are having this session here practice. So once I practice, so there was this teacher of ours, Spusi Sokumar. I'll say his name because he's that guy William Bear in the forefront. And the reason, and the big reason, major reason why I get him today. And the guy, because I get it's set up a choir, there's soprano, alto, tenor. So now I was at the back with the guys. So Gopela soprano, and then the guy was like, hi man, there's this guy Bina soprano. The guy is Bina tenor, and they end up Baba Bina Jagana because my voice was dominant. And from there, he moves me from Majiding, and go game because Ronaldo's full gospel, original. So full gospel I was the only guy on opera soprano with the ladies. And there was no lady who would sing soprano with me at that time. Now my voice is deep because the hoodie. And long story short, that is my life. That is how I grew up.
That's how we grew up.
And my love for music, ilang grounder within the foundation and also strengthened the relationship that I have with God.
So since you've been raised by a single mother.
Yes.
So how was that experience and structure at home?
My mother is a very strong woman. That I will tell you. She's a very strong woman.
Strict as well.
Very strict. And I believe, looking back, my mother was always strict with me. Because when it comes to the commitment, she has always had a very tough hand towards me. And looking back today, it actually makes sense. I think she had a deeper eye in looking at what God has and she was that very strong
pillar,
and pillar, to channel me into the man that I am today. And another side of it was challenging for me because there are conversations that growing up as a young boy, when you're transitioning from that into a young man, conversations that you wish that you could have with a father figure. And my father was not there to have those conversations with me. But having to grow up under a mother that has a very strong relationship with God, and she's very prayerful. It also prepared me to know Christ for myself, and to know and to cultivate my own relationship with the Holy Spirit. And in the space of a father, a physical father, the Holy Spirit was that. And it was not difficult growing up having father issues, the issues as we call them. It was not. I didn't have those things. Instead, growing up with a mother that is like my mother, it prepared me to be the kind of person that I am.
Because normally, again, as a person, a public figure, or maybe it's a societal thought. Understanding because of I don't want to move in the gospel space. They don't go through challenges of life. So when as a father figure at home, normally what do you think happened between the parents, or maybe what was the issue?
Well, with my father and my mother, I later realized now, like recently, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, my mother was came out to my dad I needs it, but she did not.
She didn't know. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
you know, Raccoon's a big time. Yeah.
So because it's far,
yeah.
So it would be difficult for your mom to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in a way, my dad only honyamela too much. Yeah, this guy, and you know, and every time he's got a very sweet tongue. All right, and then later, I think it was 2008. Yeah. 18, I mean.
18, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I found out that I actually had 2
siblings.
I have actually 2 older sisters, but the other one is late.
Okay.
Yeah, from Craigstone. Actually, it's my dad who gave me those names.
Yeah.
Kibuelena on Facebook.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I was surprised one day. Inbox. Yeah, I get out.
I'll
tell the old man.
Well, Facebook.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, man. But not so far, not so far.
Not so far, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm grateful that we had that conversation lately. But it was not like face to face.
Face to face, yeah.
And he was honest about it, and he apologized.
Yeah.
And can I learn also moholo apart from my big sister,
from
my mother. Yeah.
So, but now. Time
yes.
Mama Gemukai.
Mama Gemukai. Gemukai, but there's a hey, go high, get like a
hey, mix.
Yeah. I would say, I can speak Sichuan.
Yeah.
With my 2-3 younger brothers.
Yeah.
With my older sister in West Coast.
Okay.
Also with my late, we used to speak Sichuan. Yeah. Because of the background here, Eastern Cape.
Okay.
Because my mother took us Arisa go Eastern Cape and yeah, Kimako. And as soon as Makogo was late and the grandfather,
then we had to became
the side. Yeah. So Sesotho, Mama, she's fluent Sesotho.
Yeah. Okay.
Why since it's closer because of blood.
Okay.
Yeah, but sharp was
Sesotho.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, get more closer by blood, but she's more fluent so you get the languages
it's different. Yeah.
Tswana, Sotho, Xhosa in one house.
So Mara, Xhosa to Botswana.
Yeah.
Time of Ikaya.
You never know these things, but they have it. Yeah.
But you never been to Botswana?
No, I'm actually planning to go possibly next year. Yeah, because there are distant relatives that I've connected with.
Okay.
They are very nice people, very hospitable. Yeah, very receptive, you know. So I really want to go meet them. They are very, very, very good people.
Botswana, then I want to visit that country. Because it's a very calm place.
Yeah.
So now, back to your career.
Yes, sir.
Prince Vena.
Yes, sir. Next year.
I want to Facebook.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, because Gela, I was very playful.
Yeah.
Very playful.
Playful in a way, notice.
No, not really, not really naughty. Yeah, but naughty,
Babungwan, okay.
Yeah, I've always loved people.
Yeah,
and I've always had a good relationship with my teachers. There's never been a time where Gilega disrespect a teacher.
Okay.
No, I've never been motoya. I was just that guy in Joe.
Playful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So naughty.
So now, what sparked the interest? Now I want to be fully in a way that I want to become a recording artist.
As many would say, especially in the music scene, Babang, it's the love of it. Babang, it's that passion. For me, it has been haunting me. For some time, I wanted to just create a career for myself, go to school, you know, and have something like a 9 to 5, and a business on the side, because you know we only work up until 62, and then from there we need to so for me it has never been to what I want to solely depend on a 9 to 5. So for me it has been to it haunts me, not that I really wanted to do it as much as I love it, but came to a young hunter, when I don't do it, there's that
then what?
You know, and lead door where I'll dream of myself ministering, you know, and God is showing up, you know, doing his God stuff, you know. For now it's more of I think an assignment, more than anything.
So but so
yes,
or maybe let me ask it this way, this career, music career, gospel, you started or way after school?
It got me very I'd interpret it or describe it as something an intellectually washing. From a very young age. Next. It's just really relevant to procrastinate. Procrastination. That I believe if I would have been consistent from the get-go, I think I would have been further than I am right now. But I do believe nothing happens without a purpose. So kind of the question?
The question was, did it start? Primary, was high school?
After. Go in actually very early. Go primary. But similar and to serious go high school, because go high school form groups in the and wherever honestly melody and limino, you find me there. Me and my classmates, you know, we had a group lemachita, I forgot the name, but we were like 3, Nelly and I, and a friend of mine, two of my friends go high school, Lucas Levose, you know, and I never tunya brand.
The two was
never tunya. For sure,
little ladies never eat that kind with those guys. Those guys.
No. You know, in most cases, you hear the stories there when it comes to singers and musicians. For me, it has always been different. It has always been different. We would sing, yes, the attention is there, but they destroying themselves, let me know.
It was a different one.
Hey
guys, we're still with Prince Vena. It's a recording gospel artist. From Western area, Kosimunye. Let me emphasize that. You know, Kosimunye, guys, he's trying to, like, he's not trying pick up at the flag for Simunye citizens. My brother, you started to minister at a young age, around churches, traveling the country, and also at revivals at open space. Why at that age? Because I would say, my brother, there are these curates we're not busy, let's
and we think because I had friends who love soccer. So sometimes I would try again now, you know, when you're growing up as Moana, you want to also fit in within the circle study for
almost everything.
But I was more getting interested in sports like body boxing and karate, and I did Koskolo. Diski so Tabayahu minister at a very young age, it didn't make sense for me. I only understand it now. Yes. Because even if you check in the Bible, Jesus unadula with the scholars at a very young age, 12 years, at the synagogues, and would conversate and interact, and the Bible says he had so much wisdom, and it actually blew their minds. How did a young child like this know so much? You know. So now I think I'd like to believe that it was God's purpose for me to go through that channel of life.
Yeah.
Because my childhood was slightly different from the siblings, especially the siblings. I wouldn't say the friends, because really life alone and our parts in life won't be the same. But checking Gonku, it's different. But Arakopana really family, we are all the same.
Okay.
We are that kind of family. Yeah. So I think it points a direction to life. Yeah.
So do you think by that path, starting to minister at an early age, like, has saved you from so many things that are negative?
Yes, very true. Go high school, I remember. I think it was around about 2004, 5 there. Gangsterism was at its peak in that era. And going back to Tawayakhora, I grew up without a father. The pressures of life. I could have ended up
somewhere
the second road. Understand? And some of my friends who are late, Baba, they died
because of that
lifestyle. So being saved you from a lot of things. I think, as the Bible says, that if you make the Lord then your refuge, Mulimu will protect you, will preserve your life. So now I don't even think that that I'm where I am. It is by the grace of God. So it really saved me a lot.
So guys, so the Prince Vena. Prefer. For sure, there's a story maybe to tell about that name, why he resonates more with the Prince one. So guys, Ozago Simunye is into gospel. He's a recording artist. My brother, why was I the Bongani name?
Not that I don't like Vena Labongani, because if you go Simun, I'm known as Bongani and Prince. Like, if you were to compare the scales,
which one is dominating?
Bongani was dominate than Prince.
Okay.
So Prince would dominate from Koskolom and in my workplace. Go spanning. So I'm using Prince because Kili Inalagali that you on my ID.
The Spanish kind of essentially.
Yes, I think also
So do you think you are the Prince of Gospel?
Oh well, we'll have to find out. I think
they're still early.
The stats will tell.
No, I believe one day you'll be the Prince. You'll be the Prince of Gospel. You dropped an EP. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 2022 around April.
No, actually, I dropped a single. I'm still working on an EP. Hoping to release it very early next year.
So, 2022, you dropped a single?
Yes, I dropped a single. It's titled Kuluma Break the Silence.
Why?
Okay, the song is derived from an experience of a relationship that was in balance. We may call it toxic.
Relationship like with God or
no relationship, a personal relationship, a personal relationship. Although a gift, you write a song, it will be about that. But when it reaches other people's ears and lives, it will resonate with them in different ways. Because the song also an opportunity to partner with Lifeline South Africa as an ambassador. They took me under their wing as an ambassador because they have these drives programs, GBV, because also the song it pushes that message, but it encompasses body addiction, your GBV, living against men, because it and also like things and struggles that we don't speak about, because if you listen to the song, it says Koduma break the silence. Hanata, even us as men, we are too quiet about our struggles. We are too quiet about even like are secret sins. This thing, man, it's insurrectly washing. I really need some deliverance to be free from this thing. And
so don't you think maybe it's because of you grew up being told that man, King Kulela Muteng and all that?
Yeah, the society preaches that.
Yeah.
But the Bible preaches a totally different message.
Thing.
So now my societal thought comes from the Bible. It does not come from what the people in the community say. So now I believe in speaking. That is why even in my circle of friends, we speak to each other. I have friends that are very, like my circle is very small. Yeah. Friends are Bopupa, Zebankekana, Simpiwe Mubani, Babimbula, and your McDonald Shajwaya, those guys that I keep within, we speak, we are there for each other. So I believe in speaking.
Kuluma, break the silence.
Yes,
What silent actually?
Silence is Johore. Silence can be addiction. I had attended a men's conference some time ago, and then we were in a channel where to speak of things that we cannot disclose in the public. And you'd find that there are people by Lemore Babanga struggling with pornography. Yes, and Otolore, this thing has been a struggle, and hard this person, but it's an addiction. It has turned into an addiction, and now
that's why and it sound or seems like something is dating.
Exactly. And we are very judgmental as people, yet we have our own hidden
struggles.
You understand? So the silence encompasses the lotea.
So we had a talk before the shoot.
Yes.
And I hear when you break down then the part, the reason why, the title.
Yes.
And the singer. Would you like to share a bit of your experiences?
But okay, I would just lay on the table. I'm a father of 3. And I love my children. They know. It's just unfortunate that I'm no longer with their mother. And they are the best and the good that came out of that relationship. We build relationships with the hope and the vision. Rona as men, we are visionaries. Once you settle with Mutwami and you know that, okay, with this one,
I want to do this.
Unali vision already with your life. Okay, this one give a So I had that. Unfortunately, the relationship didn't work out. It was an imbalanced relationship. I'd say we've had differences, very, very, very bad ones. But over and above, she's a good person. She's a good person. It's just that it didn't work. But with my children, we are solid. We are solid.
So, but according to your perspective,
yes, sir.
As young people, which side do you think, in terms of relationships,
yes,
which side do you think loses it the most compared to, is it guys or women?
As Rona, as guys, we are visionaries. When we want to settle or maybe come to a point of settling, there's a lot that we lose because we're in a relationship for investment, not for returns.
For fun and
not for returns. We get into it to invest. At my workplace, one thing that you should know is that when you are married or when you are a father and you have a woman in your life, everything that you acquire, It's for the mother and the children. And the in a space where the woman is working, the man is not. And the bana in the picture. The bana batona more attached to the mother than the father, because the father we understand as a provider. So now the value is undermined. So I'd say for us as men, we stand a very good ground to those. A lot.
No, when I relate with him. Yes, I believe Banna we go through a lot, and we are not talking about that, but I think it's relative to so much stigmas or discriminations within the community towards the male figure. My brother.
Yes, sir.
From Simunye.
Yes.
Gospel is too much involved too much in church. I don't want to lie, but challenges there and there, then kapula back.
Okay.
But I still believe in God. I pray and I do all that. So now, what is the plans? Future plans? It's a Prince Vena.
Okay, future plans.
Who do you want to work with in the industry?
The list is very long.
The closest ones?
Okay. I'd love to have Mbata on production. Yes. I respect that guy.
That one,
and I respect that guy.
Production,
so he's a beast. He's a beast.
He knows his stuff.
And also, I'd love to work with Afro Traction.
Okay.
He's one guy that is really, really good, because there's an Afro pop song that I'm working on, working with Zayn Mkari. He's all the way from Mpumalanga. He's a very good producer then. And I'm also working with Tebo Holo under Audio Records. He's the guy that I've been working with from day one. Sorry. So another one that I would like to work with, it's Jazel Brothers, because those guys.
But on a gospel track.
Yes, gospel project. Although I'm a versatile writer. Because Raudra from Kuluma, there is Ukubona Kanye Bona Kabili, which it speaks about once bitten, twice shy. And all of us have gone through that experience. You've loved, you've been burned. So once bitten, twice shy. So everybody will relate to that song. And it's dropping very soon. Still busy. It's going
to be on the EP.
Yes, it's going to be on the EP.
So when are you dropping the
single? Or the EP, I'll drop it next year.
Next year?
Possibly early. Yes, sir.
Guys, internally the Prince Vena.
Yes, sir.
From Simunye, Western area, guys. He's a recording gospel artist.
Yes.
My brother, what are the challenges that you faced or still facing now in the music industry?
Challenges are having to have content or a body of work. And no matter how good it is, to get it out there. Most in the music industry there are gatekeepers. That is the biggest. And knowing where to go from point A to B, or how to get to B, because I have the body of work, but having to the information is
distribution part of it.
Yes, the information on how to get to which door, that is the challenge for now. But I'm learning, and I think in a year or two from now, I'll be in a different position now.
So now looking at Ronama out in the gospel Christian world. When you look at in churches now, there's more women than men. Why do you think is that?
Well, it's easy. It's easy to persuade a woman. It's easy.
Yeah.
And hangada, the reason honale bomme cooking is because bomme ba phakisa utlwamodi.
Yeah.
And for a man it takes time. Boom, like speaking as a man, like it's hard. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but the moment God comes through and He comes for you, you will never worry. You harden your heart towards God.
You have to listen.
Because in the book of Proverbs 21:1 it says, the heart of a king is in the hand of a master, and he controls it like a water course. So that speaks of our hearts. Our hearts are in the hand of our master, that is God.
Yeah.
But when somebody
now it's true because it's only women. But I think and I believe as Nako into things will turn around. And I think also it's an issue of faith because we have different faith or beliefs. Now, do you think our district, in our district, is doing enough in terms of arts and culture?
I would boldly say no. It's not. I feel the sector of arts and culture is neglected. Even, even if you try and you approach these people in their offices, in their line of work, there's always stories,
promises,
and all promises. They will sell you a very good promise, and they just say it, they are bluffing you. So I don't think that they are doing much
enough.
I really don't think.
And how should we Western is rich in talent, gifts, talent and gifts.
Yes.
But the people who should be looking after this, they're not doing their part.
Yes.
So now, because normally, I once heard someone you don't flourish where you grew up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So that's why you see people buy greener pastures elsewhere. So my brother.
Yes, sir.
Prince Vena.
Yes.
Gospel, versatile.
Yes.
I believe you can tell, oh no, this person is gifted. Gifted is one of the talent, man. Talent is something that it's one of the pencil, you can rub it off.
Yeah.
But a gift is there, it's a pen. You can't run away from. My brother.
Yes, sir.
All the way from Simunye to gospel and all that.
Yes.
So what are your personal challenges you're still going through now? Because someone is saying, this guy doesn't look like him to feel or experiencing the challenges and all that.
I'm like your regular guy from Kokasi. There's really nothing special about me.
So now gospel is superpowers.
Yeah,
almost nothing is happening.
And the gero that's all.
Hello.
Yeah. Check, for instance, you also spoke about a person doesn't flourish where they come from. Before we get into
that question,
even Jesus says a prophet is not recognized where he's from. In his own
he's born.
Yes. But I do believe, coming and bringing to the context there, Rona as Western. Rona is the talented and gifted by Western. We can change the narrative. We can start Rona for the next coming generations. Cultivate our land, cultivate our district, and make it what we want it to be. As the people from the East, they're doing that. So we don't have to leave our district to go somewhere else to flourish. We can.
Yeah. And so you're quite honest, because how we share around,
yes.
compared to from Branfley, it's a rural farm area.
Yes.
You understand, the opportunities and development, it takes time.
Yes.
But obviously it's because of people, because problems are created by people. Understand? So I check comparing my cousin, it's way underdeveloped.
Yes.
So but I compare them to other side, they are under developed.
Yes.
Do you think this is happening because of trying to find the right words? Do you think this is happening because we've been promised a lot on other side by our leaders and all that? Hence, about to Spanisana. Prince Vena, hand for myself.
I think the major cause division. When a community is divided by itself, it cannot stand. So I think Rona this side, we are divided. We don't want to partner. We don't want to collaborate. That is why we are on the
same.
Yes. Because if we can change our mindset, I think township Rona in a better place than it is now. Because if you can check, because Kidula go Soweto most of the time. And that side, the mentality about that side is different.
It's happening, man.
It's different. And realize a community is made out of people and a mentality of people. So if we're not really a community, something that is good for our own district, it will never become anything. Instead, it will deteriorate.
And people that are making it big out of their community, they don't want to plow back.
Exactly.
Because of the experiences they went through. I know. Keep pandits. So they might as well want to pande. And all that. And no, this thing it pains my heart because how should we lay more on our government side? It's not like we're blaming them. We need to be honest because the second last episode we had one of the ladies. She's intelligent and all that. One of this one is she's a leader. You might be knowing her. Her name is Clara Setol. Grew up, born and raised to go Carltonville. But family had to move to Mtlakeng. She's in education space and advocating for disability people. Understand? Different ones. We regard them as slow learners, and all that. Then I pose this question to you. Do you think our local government, particularly youth desk or mayor's office, because those are the departments that should be helping youth? So I'm gonna take it to you as well. No, do you believe government locally with youth and all that they're doing enough from the government side?
No, they are not. Because if you check our government space, they are all about proving who's in power. Or who's in power. They are not there to serve the people. So a lot of there's just political power that is misplaced in my view. And unless maybe someone else might differ from what from my own experience, but looking at it, we have people by Lemore, they are very strong in the political space. But how do I check the fact that this person Otsongo Kasiaka is or has a very strong political position. I'm trying to go there's
nothing at all.
They are just there for status. So for night, really.
I know it's painful. Because now fitla at their offices, no, hi, bring this, do you have anything in writing? You would give them, but nothing is happening. Nothing is happening.
Yeah. You let how easily you know, they don't even like
look into them.
Do a follow-up Ryan or so we will get back to you. At least next
documented this, wait for us, then we'll come, but nothing is happening.
Next.
And the lady said a lot, and no, hey, we are not doing our part as well. And I relate, because sometimes no, there was this thing during elections, no more chapaling and all that. It's time for new people, young people actually. Rababona know young people in those positions,
yes,
they're not doing their part as young people. But before they were vocal, vote for us, then we'll do this for you.
Yeah.
Because we are young people and we're experiencing this. Yeah. So once we are there, we're going to change the tables, but nothing is happening. So do you think we are failing the youth of 1976 as the now youth?
Yeah. Okay, I read the question now because I was watching the parliament the other day.
Yeah.
They were on a dialogue. Let me say a debate.
Debate, yeah.
Yeah. So they interact with each other, and we get to see who's who,
yeah,
and who has strong opinions than the other.
Yeah.
That is what we have.
Yeah.
A people that are put into power by Lemkhore, all they do is talk, no action.
Nothing.
And Lerona, Rebato, we are a youth that does not want to take action.
Yeah.
We say we want things, but we never really. They say I want so, and they go after it.
Yeah.
But Bongata Barona, we are not like the youth yet. 1976. Yes. Because there are things that, like for instance, unemployment. Young people are the most unemployed.
The percentage is too high.
It's too high.
Too high.
It's so high. Yet we have young people in the parliament positions.
Nothing. They're doing nothing.
So South Africa sharp and where we headed. So I don't think that we are anywhere close to those people by 1976.
Because you can tell how administrating young people are doing way different things.
Yes.
And on weekends, it's totally different tunes. And it's like even the government and their leaders are happy when that is happening, because it distracts young people from the right things and being challenged as well. So, but do you think something will change?
Well, the Bible it took one man. I just don't remember who was that man's name. Only one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the story of Moses.
Yeah.
God wanted to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and then Aaron, his brother and his family. No. It was Lord.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
So was it Abraham? Yes, it was Abraham. So he had a brother, a landlord, who resided on these two places, but Zeomudimo wanted to destroy because of abomination. So because of that one man, God had to make up his mind, because of that one man, go, and then the rest I will destroy. So I do believe with one man who can be put in power, can change the narrative. Yes.
No, guys, I feel like we could sit for a long time. I think if we can have dialogues as young people, debates and all that, maybe something will change. We are still with Prince Vena.
Yes, sir.
From Simunye Western area, guys. We started this podcast because we want to profile ordinary and extraordinary individuals and groups, more Western, because I feel like Western doesn't have got much platforms. We have football stars, musicians, actors, modelers, but maybe 80% of that is not seeing the light of it.
Yeah.
She's too much. She's too much. When I think of this, my heart breaks. My heart breaks. My brother.
Yes, sir.
How do people connect with you?
Okay. I'm on Facebook. On Facebook, it's Prince Vena.
Yeah.
And then on Instagram, it's Prince Vena, at Prince Vena, and also on X.
Yeah.
I started
Twitter.
X. Give Prince Tagalisha Vena. And then Tagalisha because of my daughter. That's my daughter's name. Yes. And also on TikTok, that is Prince Tagalisha Vena. You will see.
Okay.
On my profile there. On Twitter, Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, and I also have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yes.
What was that?
Prince Vena.
Prince Vena.
And my song is available on
the
Kuruma Break the Silence.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, but you will.
Yes.
It will talk to me. I know.
Yeah. Or maybe at the end of this, you can play it out.
Yeah. Guys, I'll drop it on the episode towards the end. Also.
Thank you, sir.
And also watch his links are below there on the episode. My brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for joining us. I have learned a lot from you.
Yes, sir.
Guys, really too much behind this.
3 hours before.
I think it was 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yo. I felt like that could have been recorded.
Yeah.
So we spoke a lot. Do you think men and young and boys need to sit down and talk and engage on issues that affect them?
Yes, very much so. First, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's truly an honor and a privilege for me to be one of the members.
Yeah.
A member.
Yeah, I remember.
The West Rain podcast.
Thank you.
I think we really do. We are so much at on each other's throats, even on social media.
Yeah.
We can't build healthy relationships. To even build families. Like we are next in line to be grandfathers, but to build families. So I think we really need to sit down and really talk. You know, and really face the enemy. Or that makes us to be so divided amongst each other, because at the end of the day we need each other.
Too much.
We need each other.
That's true.
No man is an island. So with the concern family structure, we really need to address that. We need to face that giant in our community, because most of us are like raised from. I come from a single-handed family, so also from that very structure. We are carrying this generation.
It becomes a generational thing.
Yes, and it's not a good one. So we need to really face that. And also other challenges where being a man, it pains me. Killing, I think it was on Thursday, I was just going to the shops working, and I met this young lady. So because Libereka in a health institution. So I wanted to greet her. So I'm coming from behind. So before get off it, Kiamo pet like on the shoulder, and she nearly jumped. She nearly freaked, you know. And William Delahore, they nearly kidnapped her. Daylight. You know, and the fact that now women can't trust men. You know, even it pains me, because now as men we have an image that is not healthy towards women, and it's something that I also think that we need to sit down and really address. Or okay, what is the issue? Because the issue is there, and it's growing. And no matter how much we can avoid it, it will catch up with our community. And most above everything, I think another thing that will also help us in addressing or facing this issue, confronting these issues, it is returning back to God. Or actually, people have no problem with believing in God, but they have a problem when you start involving Jesus in it. And you cannot have a relationship with God without Jesus, because Jesus is God.
The only way.
Exactly. And the Bible also says that He is the mediator between man and God, and nothing else. No matter how much we can say we have different beliefs and that points us to God. Yes, they point us to God, but
there's a way to get to Him,
and there's only one, that is Christ. So we need to put the main thing as the main thing. God is the main thing. We fix ourselves and we repent and we go back to God and all these things, because if you read in the 10 Commandments, or the commandment that Jesus gave to His disciples, and He also said that this is the greatest of them all. Love your neighbor as yourself. So if I love you as my brother, I won't do something bad to you. You understand? So we need to also go back to the basics of creation. Go back to the basics of principles, and then in that way we will have a healthy community. Yes.
Hey guys, but let some of these questions. Since well you had your personal journey challenges, relationship wise, are you in a relationship? They want to know. Are you seeing someone?
Yes, I am.
Are you seeing someone? Do you believe in marriage?
Yes, I strongly do. I strongly do, because marriage also is what reveals the image of God. It is a godly structure into bringing also Bana. But over and above, the purpose, because couldn't see here my brother and me, there is a purpose in my life, and that the marriage it actually gives us that push towards that. Yes.
He is taken. He's not taking CVs anymore. The vacant is taken. Speak up. My brother.
Yes, sir.
If there's something that you would change, what would it be?
Well, change with me, my life.
Your life, relationship-wise, and all that.
Okay. Okay, I don't regret anything that I did, all the choices to this far, because so when they've made me, they've cultivated also my personality into being the person that I am today. But if I were to change anything, it would be to live in obedience to God more than anything.
Yes.
Because disobedience, it exposes us to things that obedience would have saved us and preserved our lives from.
Prince Vena. Prince Vena is a recording artist. Please follow him on his social media platforms. Let's support him so that he can flourish.
Yes, sir.
From where he's born or from, guys, from his community as well. Western podcast with the twins. Why are the twins? But you're
always alone.
You're always alone.
Like today.
Even today, because I was even talking with him on the phone today, on his way to Midrand, because I was like, my brother, I'm missing a lot. I miss a lot, and this and that. it feels like you are the one on the forefront, and time will come, guys. That's Westland Podcast with the twins. We're joined by Prince Vena from Simunya Go Western area. He's a recording gospel artist. My brother, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, sir.
It means a lot.
Thank you.
Means a lot. We are still growing a podcast, guys. Please follow us, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sharp.